What's up guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Gregson and welcome to Shifting Lanes. Today, as you can see, I am driving the Dad Wagon. This is our project Volvo V70R. It's one of the coolest wagons ever made, and today I thought I would pull off to the side of the road and give you a quick update, walk you around the car, and tell you exactly how we're going to beat an M3. We've talked about this since we bought this car months and months ago and the previous V70R, but we've never actually talked about how we're going to do it. So let's take a quick walk around the car, talk about each component that you will need, and what we're going to do to this car to actually turn it into an M3 slaying Dad Wagon. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up at the end of the video and consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, hit the little bell icon next to it and you'll be notified every time we make a video. This video is also sponsored by FCP Euro. If you don't know who FCP Euro is, they are a European car parts supplier of OE and OEM parts to tons of different European brands: Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Porsche, as well as Volvo, Saab, and pretty much anything else you could think of. Go to their website. It is in the link below, or it is linked in the description below. It's www.fcpeuro.com, and they have generously sponsored the rest of this build as well as the rest of our channel. So thank you to FCP Euro for that, and you definitely should check them out. They're amazing people. I've met a bunch of them. Crazy motivated guys and women that work there. They are so cool, and thank you to them for their help with this. As I said, this is our Dad Wagon. This is what I affectionately call the Dad Wagon, our Volvo V70R, and just look at it. It's one of the coolest wagons ever made. I love the way it looks with all the windows open and the sunroof open. It just looks aggressive. It looks really well sculpted, and it is, in my opinion, one of the top 5 wagons ever made. Today, yeah, I wanted to walk around it and tell you how we're going to make it an M3 slaying Dadmobile, essentially. So let's start out by talking about these wheels. As you can clearly see, these are not the original Pegasus wheels that came with this car. We have upgraded them to these Vantage rain wheels. They are much better than the Pegasus wheels. I personally think they look better, but they also are better in performance category. When you're upgrading a car to be better on track, or even in a drag strip or anything like that, you want a wider track on your tire and you want a wider wheel because you're going to get more contact patch with the road with the tire. So these are now 18-inch wheels, and there's 245 with tires on it. The original car came with 235-inch wheels and tires. So the Pegasus wheels, you can probably fit 245s on, but there's a lot of rub. So what we've done here is we've upgraded the wheel to a more modern wheel, and we upgraded the tire to a bit wider of a track. We also had to put 3mm spacers on this to get it to clear the brakes. So that isn't optimal for performance. Wheel spacers are perfectly safe, but you don't necessarily want wheel spacers to get a wider track that you need. For this application and for what we're going for, 3mm is perfectly safe and perfectly fine. But if you can avoid it, definitely avoid it and get a different offset. This offset was good for this car, so we upgraded to these wheels. I think they look great, and they definitely will provide us with more performance. Now, the next thing you're going to need to beat an M3 with a Volvo is suspension. You cannot upgrade these cars and not upgrade the suspension. The suspension, as it came, is called the 4C system. It's very cool. It's one of the first of its kind. It had comfort, sport, and advanced, and it did stiffen up the suspension enough, but it wasn't enough to beat an M3 per se. For its time, it was very cool, but you need to upgrade it to be able to have that kind of performance. So we were very lucky in picking up this car. It has BC Racing coilovers, where you can see right here, it has a little dial that you can turn from stiff to hard, and yeah, basically that sharpens up the suspension. It's at all 4 corners, so it's full coilover suspension from BC Racing all around. What you might also want to do on top of these BC Racing coilovers, or any kind of upgraded coilover, is also get an upgraded sway bar, also known as an anti-roll bar. And what that does is it gives you less body roll in the turns and you're able to corner flatter. FCP Euro has a few options. You can check those out on their website, but you also might want to check out Elevate and IPD. They also have some options as well. So now we're moving into more of the meat and potatoes of where the Volvo is going to beat the M3. Now, the whole purpose of this build was to make it an M3 beater when the M3 is stock. We know that tuned cars and upgraded cars will beat stock cars all the time, but this is a particularly interesting matchup because the V70R was supposed to be the M3 killer of its day, and the E46 M3 was a world-beating car for its day. So, with that said, the biggest place you can really make this thing win is in the engine, upgrading the power and throwing a whole bunch of parts and money at the engine and the tuning of this car. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is upgrade the intercooler. There's a small intercooler here, there's some housing here, as well as this charge pipe. You can go on FCP and look at the Snob intercooler kit, which I will show you right now, and that's probably a good place to start. Next thing you're going to want to upgrade, and you should really do all these upgrades at once, is the intake and the MAF sensor. Here's your intake. We recommend the Snob intake with the RS4. Yes, that's RS4 as in Audi RS4. Same nomenclature. With the RS4 MAF upgrade. What that'll do is, along with the intercooler, that will give your entire engine just better breathing all around. So those two things combined should give you a good amount of power gain. It'll allow the engine to breathe better, as I said. It'll cool everything better as well. So those are two huge, really necessary upgrades. Another upgrade that you can't really see here is a flywheel. There's a little bit of a debate in the Volvo community whether a dual mass or a single mass flywheel is best for this car. I've come to the conclusion after talking to a lot of you guys that the single mass flywheel is better. It's a little lighter. It should be able to hold the power just fine. But the dual mass is also okay as well. I have heard that the dual mass does fail a little bit more, but you can get a single mass flywheel on FCP Euro that I'm showing you right now, and FCP Euro basically has everything you need for this, so definitely go for that. I recommend the single mass flywheel. You also want an air intake elbow that's also up here. That should help with a little bit more of the breathing. One last thing, I think you probably should do a new slave cylinder in the manual transmission. I think that is a good enough upgrade that it really will help the manual to hold a lot of this power and put everything down to the wheels. It never hurts to upgrade components like that. So also check out FCP for that upgrade. Just like many aftermarket parts suppliers or OEM parts suppliers, they won't have everything. FCP Euro is an amazing site, and I have gotten many parts for this thing, including the coil packs and the spark plugs from FCP Euro, but they don't have everything for this build. They don't do tuning. They also don't do turbos. So those are the last two components of this build that you're going to need to really put power down before I get into something with the engine. So the first thing is tuning. There are three really notable tuners. One is Rob Hilton from Hilton Tuning. The second is Gustav, and the third is Stevo, which is up with Ben McNally at Rolling Motors up in Connecticut. There's a fourth one that's coming on that is called Contrast Works, I believe, and any one of those four come highly recommended by the Volvo community. Rob Hilton probably has the most experience. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but Hilton is pretty much known throughout the Volvo community as one of the best, one of the safest tuners. So I would recommend going with him, and we're actually going to be going with Hilton Tuning very soon to tune this car, probably one of the next few videos, to see exactly what base versus a regular tune, a stage 1 or stage 2 tune is. So stay tuned for that video as well. The turbo in this car, you're probably going to want to upgrade it. There are two different options. You have your hybrid, which is a K24, K26 hybrid, or you can upgrade to something like a Borg-Warner turbo. If you're going for very high power applications, definitely upgrade to the Borg-Warner. If you're going for around 350 to 400 crank horsepower, you can probably do the hybrid, and that's perfectly fine. But at that point, just maybe upgrade to the Borg-Warner, because once you have a taste of power, you're probably going to want more. So the turbo is something else to upgrade on this car that you need to beat an M3. So as I said, there's one more thing that you need for this build, and it is to build the bottom end of this thing. These motors are not necessarily the strongest motors in the world. They're not glass either. They're there's a lot of literature out there that you can read on these forums that says you need to build the bottom end, you need to shim the block, you need to sleeve the block, you need to block guard, this, that, and the other thing. So what we recommend in this application, not very high horsepower applications, is to shim the block. Now basically that means dropping the bottom end getting to the cylinder walls, and between each cylinder wall, there's a small gap that you would basically put a piece of metal or reinforce some way. You basically reinforce the cylinder walls so that you don't have you don't have as much possibility of cracking the cylinder wall. So that's one of the weaknesses of this engine. With everything we've said, or that I've outlined today, you should be able to get 400 wheel horsepower or crank horsepower pretty easily. So with that being said, that's going to be 60, 70, 80 horsepower more than a BMW M3 E46 stock. So that should be able to put you well past the M3 in a drag race or on straightaways on the track. With these handling upgrades, the sway bars and the coilover suspension, you should be able to keep up with the M3 to a certain extent and be able to pass on a track. So that is one of the keys to this car because there's so much weight in it. You're giving up about between 500 and 600 pounds to the M3. So you need suspension upgrades. The wheel and tire upgrades also huge help. And basically that's all you need. That's a lot, and that's a lot of money. With all of that said, you're probably looking at between $10,000 and $15,000 to be able to beat an M3. But you'll have an M3 beating Dad Wagon, so can't complain. So that'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and smash the thumbs up button. If you want to check us out on Drive Tribe or any of our social media accounts, check the description below, and you can follow us on our wacky antics off of YouTube. Thank you also to FCP Euro for sponsoring this build as well as the channel. We really appreciate that, and we can't thank them enough for helping us out with the parts that are going to go into this engine and be able to beat an M3. If you would like to follow us on social media and you haven't looked at the description, it is at Shifting Lanes on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere basically. And you can follow us on Drive Tribe if you go to drivetribe.com and search Shifting Lanes. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This was just a really quick update video for what we're going to do to this car in the near future, as well as how to essentially beat an M3. There's a lot more you can do to this engine. This is basically the bare bones of what you need to do to beat an M3, a stock E46 M3. The next video you see will be us tuning this car. We're taking it to the dyno, back to Prime Motoring here in New Jersey. We're going to throw a Rob Hilton Stage 2 tune on it, so be sure to check that out. Should be coming out in the next week or two. We are also going to still be restoring this car, repainting and restoring the interior. The interior is looking pretty ragged these days, but we are going to be using something called FiberNew, which is a really cool company that basically takes your existing seats and makes them look brand new. So I will be detailing exactly that whole process in a video coming up in the next month or two as well. The respray will be done locally. It's not certain yet who's going to do it, but stay tuned for that video too. This thing is going to look amazing. I mean, it looks amazing as it is now, but it's going to look even better when we get everything done. So again, thank you so much for watching. That'll do it. My name is Gregson, and I will catch you next time. See ya.